Hey guys, it's your girl Shalae. I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we're going to discuss the potential removal of the Section 8 program, rental assistance, and just overall subsidized housing. Guys, in an effort to save the government money, a lot of the federal government programs faces potential cuts, and Section 8 is no different. But I'm going to break things down for you on what we know so far. So if you want to know what's going on with this housing situation, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey, friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel, we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the black subscribe button down below when you're in, just like that. So while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like, especially if you love me bringing this content to you guys. Check out some of my videos because I've been trying to bring y'all the content on what's going on with this new administration, as well as if you want to try out Amazon Prime, you can try it out free for 30 days by clicking the link in the description, or I'll put it up in the cards as well. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and kick things off with Elon Musk because according to him, it's time for the government to get out of the housing business, which it never should have been involved with in the first place, he stated. And he's like, look, I am competent enough to be able to management. So he said the first and the best reason for exiting public housing is the condition of the projects or the homes itself, as well as the effects that it has on its supposed beneficiaries, which are the tenants. So the largest housing authority that in New York City right now, they said, look, they face a backlog of $80 billion in deferred maintenance, which translates to like routine leaks, mold, and elevator failures. So he's like, look, New York has foolishly chosen to use taxpayer dollars to repair these aged buildings, which no sane private realtor would invest in and do as well. And he said also it's allowing the tenant elections in which the housing authority employees can vote to choose the same failed employees to do the repair work over and over again in these buildings. You guys know what he's talking about. So he's stating that many of these public housing sites, they are valuable when it comes to real estate, and their sale and development could spark like a new building, a new housing store, new offices as well. So the Department of Housing and Urban Development, which is also known as HUD, they provide the grants to these local authorities that can push them out and sell their properties. But by doing what Musk has already shown, he's like, look, if we cut off the grant assistance, making short-term aid contingent on starting with the sale process. So he wants to sell like the projects and the homes. And then also if he cuts off the HUD grant assistance, that will generate enough revenue from the property sales. They can use that to try to relocate tenants to get them out of the projects, as well as free up those housing sites and make more money. And he went on to say, like, look, it's important to realize that public housing has actually been more harmful to the tenants because it traps them in a cheap apartment. So they miss out on being a homeowner. And the average tenant, I think they said, that has lived in the projects has stayed there more than 20 years. So he's like, this isn't a great thing. Let me know, what do you guys think about this? Because this could be a potential cut, especially the money that they can save. But since we're talking about in New York and just overall, Section 8 in New York, because of like the federal funding freeze that we had a few weeks ago, it had delayed a lot of the rent payments to landlords who lease apartments to tens and thousands of tenants with Section 8 housing. So a lot of landlords are now looking to exit as well, because we all know that Section 8, this program, it does pay for households in the 5 boroughs, as well as they receive more than $2 billion a year from the Department of Housing and Urban Development as well. And they're like, hey, we were waiting on this money to hit our accounts. We have bills to pay. It's supposed to come each month. And the landlords were expected to receive these rental checks deposited into their bank accounts, and no bueno. It was not there when it came to Monday morning. They even stated that they were going to try to have their deposits to them by Friday, but because there was so many issues when it came to the federal guidance related to like the implications of how the federal funds could be used. Because at first, remember, they said that Section 8 would not be used to process payments with its normal operating procedures according to the initial federal funding. Then there was confusions because there was another White House order that issued a fact sheet indicating that it only would not have applied to rental assistance, but the Section 8 program was included on the original guidance to not have funding to it as well. So, guys, this is a mess right now. It is a mess when it comes to what's going to happen with housing. Of course, Section 8 is under review as of right now. And a lot of landlords are like, what do you think we're going to do? Like, you think that we can actually wait on this money? The money was due to our mortgage companies, and if we don't pay them on time, we get assessed fees and different things. Who's going to pay for those fees? As of right now, guys, we really don't know what's going to happen because the deal is to cut money. Now, there is a shortage of Oklahoma landlords, like I said, that are willing to lease with people with rental assistance. And that is just one of the reasons, is because renting to voucher participants, it has stagnated within the recent years because thousands of families, they're on a wait list to try to get the vouchers. And then once they do get the vouchers, it's hard to find people that will accept. And the lack of federal funding, of course, has caused a lot of issues as well. Now, with this being said, some people now have priority for the vouchers. We'll talk about this later on in the video, but especially like for those that have a disability or may have even been homeless as well, they get priority. But just because you get the voucher nowadays, that doesn't guarantee that you're going to get a place. Most people are just having a hard time as well. And the landlords on the other end is just like, look, when we accept people with these vouchers or we agree to lease with a voucher participant, the unit has to be inspected for approval using the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development Housing Quality Standards, or HUD standards as well. And this ensures that the property is safe for occupation. When the repairs are being made to the property, there's no rent that comes in, which I didn't know that HUD didn't pay when there's being repairs made. And then only is no rent being coming in. It was like, should we go through all this when we could just find somebody regular who doesn't have all these issues? It doesn't make sense for us to lease to somebody on Section 8 anymore. Now, we also know, like in Wisconsin, the Madison-Dane County, as of right now, they plan to scale back their rental assistance. So a lot of people who face the threat of eviction, now you may not be able to get more money according to officials as well. So I want to say they have the Eviction Diversion and Defense Partnership, and this relies on several local organizations, including like the Tenant Resource Center, Community Justice Incorporated, as well as like Legal Action of Wisconsin, and just like a lot of different organizations. They came together to assist renter households with rent payments, as well as like legal representation on mediation services, as well as other housing support. So it is funded with money that was made available by the county funds as well that it received through the federal emergency rental assistance program. This was really big during COVID, guys, but once again, that funding is being chopped. So since the funding is being chopped, most of those ERA funds that people would have sustained on, it is being used up, and whatever is not used, they lose it. So you have until September 30th to use that money, or that money will be returned to the federal government. That's if nothing changes between now and then. Renters that are in eviction, you can continue to seek like other resources as well. But as of right now, if this does go through with the federal government, a lot of local agencies in states, they won't have the money to be able to help rental assistance because they need the money from the federal government. But you can apply for this program all the way up until March 31st as of right now. And then like the funds should be dispensed in Wisconsin by September 30th as well. But If you do have like a pending application with them now, they're stating that you should receive like a notification from the agency regarding your status as well. Now, in Los Angeles County, California, as of right now, supervisors proposed a new measure that would prioritize 50 housing choice vouchers for those that have been displaced in Los Angeles County as a result of the January fires. So, as of right now, if passed, the motion would set aside 50 Section 8 vouchers for wildfire victims who lost their home in the Palisades or Eden fires. And then the Los Angeles County Department Authority would then create like new local preferences for fire victims, as well as like eligible residents to receive this assistance on a first come, first served basis. But guys, this is only 50. Like only 50 of them. To qualify, you must earn less than 50% of the area's median income. And many of the residents that have been affected by these wildfires, they were renters who now face like immense challenges as well as securing a new home. So they're trying to do something. And I mean, it's going to be a lot of people trying to vie for these vouchers. I mean, they are a lifeline for those families that are displaced, and you're trying to create that stability for those that have children as well as households that have maybe seasoned seniors in it. But guys, it's only 50 that they're looking to give out as of right now. And this is it, guys. This is what we have when it comes to Section 8. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about the 50 vouchers that they're giving out, as well as the scale back on rental assistance? And what do you think about the plan to go ahead and get the money that they can sell the buildings for and relocate people? Now, in relocating them, they didn't say that you will continue to receive money on a monthly basis. I think you'll get like a one-time stipend. This is not 100% sure. This is just a proposal, a plan that could happen. But I think we will have a bigger crisis, because one thing about Section 8 is that it gives you the rent at like a third or a fourth of the cost. Now to move people, and then they would have to continue to pay like fair market value rent. I think that could be a little bit more than what they signed up for. So it's going to be interesting to see how this year really plays out. But as of right now, no federal program is off the line. Like, let's just go ahead and see that. You see, I have videos right now when it comes to food stamps and EBT and Medicare and Social Security and Medicaid. All these federal programs right now are under scrutiny, and we really have no idea what's going to happen. But I would love to read your comments down below. Let me know about your Section 8. Do you think that this should happen or should not happen? As well as please like, comment, subscribe, grab you some Amazon Prime, and I will talk to you later, Gator. Bye, guys.